So this aunt that I'm talking about, her husband is a major alpha male. So there's restrictions on certain traveling. There's restrictions on Facebook. There's restrictions, which is fine. Trust, she hasn't done anything to get that. What I'm trying to say is that's just how he is. He's very overprotective and very this, and that's fine. You can call him whatever you want, controlling, OCD, whatever it is. The reality is no one is attacking anybody. The bottom line is that's her husband, and that's who she's going to follow. And nobody's going to say, that's not right, or you're not independent enough. I'm like, good job. I actually told her, good job. I'm proud of you. Like, that's good. That's how it should be. And because, everyone's like, how come you're the only sister that doesn't have Facebook? And because that's how, the family sort of keeps in touch. Oh, Sarah posted this. We saw it. Da-da-da-da. Which, of course, they're not really happy. You guys, because none of the females in my family are like this. Because, again, I'm also the only one that's not married. Okay? So chances are we know we're going to attract the most alpha male controlling, obsessive, jealous. That's the kind, because that's how it is. I'm like my grandma, and I'm also like my aunt. So either way, I'm like this aunt that I'm talking about, that I love to death. But regardless, this is how it is. And there are also women that aren't as feminine. There's more femininity versus less femininity. And the more feminine you are, the more alpha male you get. And they're like, oh, how come all the pretty girls and the good girls are always married to such abusive, difficult men? Because that's kind of the alpha male, but it's not considered abusive it's only abusive if you don't understand what the feminism movement has done. Women feel, see, that's abuse if you just have to stay home and take care of this. Heck no, honey. I want my independence. And then you start thinking you're being abused, but you're not being abused. It's just you're not understanding that you've gone so far with this feminism movement that you've now lost your gender. And that's why we have these women marching. And it's sick. It's crazy. It's like, it's deranged, which is why another reason why I voted for Trump. So, and I'm so happy the travel ban did it. You guys, of course it wasn't going to be appealed. Are you kidding me? The court, there are so many people that are on Trump's side. They're just not even saying it. How did he win? You guys think that the majority of the people voted for Trump, obviously, okay? And I mean, I told you guys that day one. So what people need to understand is, yeah, they're just not sharing it. Oh, you think people liked you? I was watching this thing about keep pretending. I don't know, it was Saturday Night Live. And it's like, they were just pretending. Keep pretending. No, don't keep pretending. Understand that there's racism and there's sexism and there's all these things. Understand it. I don't understand why people you just want fake. Because then you see me on STM and you're like, but you're so vocal and you're so this and you're so that. And they don't understand I'm the most radical conservative person they'll ever meet in their life. Like a sip of alcohol is enough to scare me away. I'd never marry someone who drinks, you guys. I would never marry someone who drinks, who says bad words. None of that. There is no way you would be bonding with me and be that kind of person. So if you were doing that in the past, you would have met me and went, oh my gosh, I can't be this kind of guy. Because there's no way we wouldn't mesh. You could not use the F word in front of me. I would be like, you need to fix that or we're not getting married. It's that simple. I don't care. The reality is I would not have that around my life. I've even told girlfriends that. And they're like, okay, Sarah, sorry. And I'm like, I don't want to hear any bad word, okay? And they don't. They respect me enough and they say sorry. And then they finally, after a while, they're like, oh my gosh. And they get trained and I'm like, no more bad words, okay? And they do. They stop. What I'm trying to say is, you guys, heck to the no. So, yeah, I can't believe, you guys, this movement is so freaking crazy. It's like people don't understand their gender. People are so sad. And it's just like, yeah, there's different levels here. There's different levels here. So, you see what I'm saying? Like, then you hear these, like, so it depends. You really want to be an alpha male, but you might not be like really tuning into it because you've been around too many of these crappy women that are so feminist that it's like, you don't even know how to treat a feminine girl because you're like, okay, whatever you want, I'm just going to listen to you. It's like, bro, you're the alpha male. Make a decision. Make some decisions and you'll be followed. The problem is these guys that go out with all these girls who are not alpha, they're so alpha, like males, technically the alpha female, which isn't even a normal thing. It's not called alpha female. It should be called alpha male. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is, you guys, let's put it out here, okay, on the Rizzle. Out here on the Rizzle means the following. It means, you see, you are so accustomed to girls saying, oh, so you're like, I'm scared, I don't want to move, I don't want to, like, I don't want to sound scary or like make her think that I'm controlling or I'm so scared I'm going to upset her. If you end up having those kind of fears, then you need to check your manhood, because you should be the kind of guy that's like, honey, this is where we're living. This is what we're doing. And if you don't like it, bye. Bye. You should be like that. You should be like that because you're the man, right? I mean, I don't understand how people don't have manhood. You are the man. That's not abusive. That's called being a man, wearing the pants, making decisions. That is beautiful. And if you are like that, you're only going to scare away a feminist, which is a good thing. Trust me. If she starts arguing with you and goes, I don't want to be and I don't and blah, 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 it means one of two things. You have not won her heart because she doesn't trust you. Okay? So you need to spend time having her trust you, because either she doesn't know you, okay? She does not know you well enough, so she doesn't trust you, or she just doesn't like you. And you gotta get a hint. You gotta get a hint. Because you could be like, you know what, it's only been a month or a week of knowing this person. I guess maybe they really don't trust me, which is, yeah, no. The reality is, no, they're not but you know, you're not going to have, because it should beg the question that if you're like the guy that comes up to her and she's like, sure, I'll do anything, that's another huge red flag. Because technically, if she really is that close to her family, she's going to have separation anxiety issues. So she's not going to be like, yeah, I just want to be with you right away. Yeah. She's going to be like, no. Okay? She's not going to have that easy transition. If she really was a girl who was taking care of her family. But if she wasn't taking care of her family, then she'll be like, yeah, sure, I want to run. Get what I'm saying, you guys? That's another red flag. You guys, I'm giving you guys too much advice. I don't think I should be doing this. Yeah. So, that's why when I give good advice, I give good advice. I'm like, yeah, she's the girl you should marry. People always ask me, is this the girl I should marry? And I almost always say no. No. Very few times do I say yes. And when I say yes, trust me, that is a good marriage. They come back and thank me even like 7 years later. You did a great. I'm like, of course, I know how to assess. Within one day, I'm making an assessment on a girl. I'm like, how does she treat her family? And how does she act? And what has she done to sacrifice? Okay, yes. Oh, and of course she has to be a virgin, because those two things go hand in hand. And I'm like, yeah.